The members of Dutch's gang are the most well-written, complex, and intricately designed individuals ever created by Rockstar. Everyone's got a story of how they wound up in Dutch's camp and what they did before then. Throughout the story, we get to see the conclusion to these characters' lives unfold before our very eyes. Some were luckier than others, and some were able to achieve their own redemption story in the end. This video is going to be about one particular member of the gang that unfortunately received anything but a peaceful send-off. No matter what you may have thought about her, she absolutely did not deserve the ending that she got. The stubborn, neglected, never stays out of trouble, always being rejected, Molly O'Shea. I'll give you a bit of background information about Molly first before we work our way into what her big secret might have been. Molly is a very pompous, high-strung, dramatic, and emotionally unstable young woman. Not particularly appreciated by many members of the camp because of her lazy and snobby attitude. Although not all of the Vanderlyn gang associates can get away with not actively supporting the camp's daily tasks, Molly is an exception to that rule, aside from those who hold seniority. Being the object of Dutch's affection, I can see how you can get away with anything you want if the leader of the gang is cracking your back. Her skill set is limited to just seeing how long she can sit on her fat ass all day long before it starts to hurt. Also disturbing the peace of the camp with her obnoxious arguments with Dutch. Seriously though, what good was she to the gang? I hate to say it, but even Micah was a little bit more useful than her. I don't know man, maybe I'm just being too harsh, but when was the last time you saw Molly running into battle alongside her companions? Exactly. Originally from a wealthy family in Dublin, Ireland, she came to America with her parents who sought adventure and excitement in a sudden, impulsive, hormone-fueled expedition across the ocean. At some point during their exotic escapades, Molly runs off on her own, eventually falling into Dutch's gang as his new snake wrangler. The exact nature of how Molly met Dutch is never specified. However, what it all boils down to is a rich foreign girl sailing to the land of the free, looking for trouble. And boy oh boy did she ever find it. This comes straight from her official character description from Rockstar's official guidebook. Molly O'Shea, a Dublin girl and the object of Dutch's affection, for now at least. Molly is too high-strung for a life on the run, and it's all starting to take a toll on her. She claims to be from a well-to-do Irish family who came over to America on a romantic whim in search of adventure and excitement. Molly certainly found that in Dutch Vanderlyn, but wants more than he can or is prepared to give her. She considers herself a few cuts above the other gang members, which hasn't won her many supporters in the camp. As a fellow countryman, you'd think Sean and Molly would have a lot in common with each other. Turns out they couldn't be any more different. Sean had a tougher upbringing as a peasant in Donegal, while Molly is mentioned to have been from a higher status family in Dublin. Just the kind of folk Sean would like to have seen eat a bag of nails with their ass.
You don't like me very much, do you?
I don't have much opinion on you.
Ah, but you don't like me. I can see it in your eyes.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Maguire.
Ah, but you look down your pretty little stuck-up nose at me.
I guess I didn't come to America to meet boys who crawled out of the local bog, when I could have paid them to sweep me chimneys at home.
I knew it. You're a snotty-nosed little West Briton.
I am no such thing.
Of course you are. I see it now. You probably have a family with big farmhouses and titles. Right little madam she is, isn't she?
You can leave me out of this.
Molly's superiority complex is why no one puts up with her annoying and pointless fantasies about Dutch when they're trying to complete the camp's daily tedious work. Fantasies that were temporarily fulfilled while Dutch was in good spirits after coming down from the mountains and realizing he could hit that snag bowl in peace. However, much to the dismay of nearly every female camp inhabitant, Molly uses that unearned seniority to her advantage.
You think we should have asked Molly to come with us?
Oh, no. Miss O'Shea is far too high and mighty now for the likes of us, or to do any real work. She's a society lady now.
Something they are sure to bring up any chance that they can get. She was a fiend for Dutch's affection, even if everyone knew he really didn't mean it deep down. It's like he spent all of his life points on the charisma and charm perks. Just listen to the way he speaks. So smooth, so articulate, so passionate.
Walk like a man who knows that there is a heaven above, or scurry and hide up a tree like some god-forsaken monkey.
It's easy to understand why and how he influenced so many young lost fools. Despite the occasional slip-ups grammatically, he holds a particular cadence to his speech pattern that makes you want to hear more of what he has to say. Dutch mastered the art of deception through years of experience and a self-taught education. Everyone we see involved with Dutch was a fool who fell for the lie, specifically the few who fell for him romantically. No, I'm not talking about you, Bill. This tall, handsome devil has had his fair share of lost loves, like dear sweet Annabelle, or the she-pimp hag, Miss Grimshaw. Yes, believe it or not, at one time, Dutch and Miss Grimshaw were smashing with passion.
Oh, remember the old days, Arthur? Me, you, Hosea, Dutch, playing poker till all hours.
You on Dutch's knee most of the time, from what I remember.
Oh, probably. Though mostly just so he could see my cards, I'm sure.
Long time ago now.
No doubt, the same sneaky tactics were used to sway young Molly into the direction of his tent. She was just the only one dumb enough to believe his fake chivalric shtick he puts up. The relationship was ephemeral, really only lasting till the end of chapter 3 at latest.
How have you been today?
I've been resting.
Can I come in?
I'm still kinda resting.
The thing is, Dutch. The thing is, I was always a good girl, and well. Is there something wrong?
Nothing at all, my dear.
Nothing.
What could be wrong? I mean, we have made our escape out of the mountains, and life is beautiful once more.
But you've been so cold.
Miss O'Shea, I am many things, many bad things, but cold, never. Oh, though I do need my rest, so please excuse me. Oh, hello, Arthur. Would you, excuse us a moment? Miss O'Shea was just leaving.
You all right?
I don't know what's gotten into him.
Probably just worn out.
It's not all so lovey-dovey after their second move. The pair of them have near daily shouting matches, often first thing Arthur wakes up to in the morning.
For the love of God, stop giving me that lost puppy look.
So, you're speaking to me at least.
Oh,
hi,
it is
Arthur.
always about your needs, isn't it? I have never known a woman with so many needs. Hello.
You don't know the first thing about a woman's needs.
How selfish are you? Are you even aware of the price on my head? The pressures I'm under?
If you'd only talk to me, I could help. I want to help you, Dutch, but there's this wall.
You can help by leaving me alone so I can actually think for once.
You're a bastard, Dutch Vanderland.
The strain of the gang's nomadic lifestyle and the trouble it entails is starting to show its effect on Molly. Not the luxury she imagined it would be. Having known only a life of elegance and leisure, being on the run with a notorious gang of outlaws proves to be too much for her to handle. She carries on for the rest of chapter 3, constantly seeking attention from Dutch and going bonkers if she doesn't receive it.
You don't fool me, Dutch.
Is that so, miss?
Yes, that's so. You don't fool me one bit. You're a no-good, degenerate liar. A liar. You're exactly what you say you're not, you hear?
Whatever you say, miss.
Oh, I've got a lot more to say to you.
Perhaps some other time?
I hope you drop down dead.
Admittedly, myself, like most everyone at camp, didn't care that much for Molly, at least initially. I saw her as a troublemaker who had zero use to her and had no business being in the camp. Let that not distract you from the fact that I still think that she's an annoying beast. It doesn't take long for her to turn psycho girlfriend mode with the other women in the camp.
Me, you little...
Damn you! And you be careful before you hit me again, goddamn moron!
After getting reminded by Karen that not everybody plays that dumb shit, Miss Grimshaw mentions her recent behavior to Dutch one afternoon.
Can I talk to you for a second, Dutch?
Of course.
Well, it's Miss O'Shea. She doesn't seem too happy.
That's her business.
Well, I hope so. I hope she doesn't make it all our business. She's got a temper on her, Dutch.
She is not the only one of us with a temper, Miss Grimshaw.
Well, I don't like it. Not now.
It's like I always say. There's two theories when it comes to arguing with young women, and neither of them work.
Oh, I've heard you say that nonsense before, and it did not impress then any more than it does now. All right,
Yes.
Lenny.
Now I'm supposed to care about feelings, Arthur.
Molly really don't seem to be doing too well, Dutch.
She'll be fine. Don't you worry about it.
Okay?
The sudden outbursts and unpredictability lead Molly right under Miss Grimshaw's radar. Lest we not forget the fact that Molly is now with Susan's ex. You can't tell me there's not even just a little bit of jealousy for Miss Grimshaw. Especially when Molly makes her desperation known to basically everybody in the camp by begging for any shade of gray from Dutch. That villain schlong must hit different.
This sulking, it's becoming very tiresome.
Everything's tiresome to you these days. You've barely touched me in weeks.
What do you want from me?
To be treated with some respect and affection. All them out there, they're laughing at me.
You think this is the way to a man's affection? Moping and pestering all the damn day?
Oh, I can do a lot worse than that.
Is that a threat? Another great way to a man's affection.
Oh, shut up.
Gladly.
Her emotional needs are of little interest to Dutch, who is more concerned with Confederate gold, moonshine swindling, and fishing, and staring at that wagon behind Mary Beth, which probably hurt Molly most of all.
What's wrong now?
I've seen you looking at her, Dutch.
Who?
You know who. Getting too old for you, am I? That's how it usually works with you, isn't it?
You're delusional. Again.
Won't even look me in the eye, but you look at her all day.
Doesn't matter what I say, you'll believe whatever fantasy you're currently living in.
Fantasy? You think this is a fantasy for me?
I do not have the energy for this right now.
Oh, it's written all over you. I'm not stupid, I've been watching.
Oh, that much is painfully clear.
You're playing a dangerous game.
Will you be quiet? I am trying to read here.
Pig!
As she continues to ponder her place beside Dutch, she asks Arthur for a moment to talk just outside Clemens Point before she's interrupted by Uncle.
Ah, call me Molly, would you? Arthur, how is Dutch? I mean, how does he seem to you?
I'm about the same as usual, I guess.
I really love him, you know. But if he... Like he always says, loyalty is everything, so...
Arthur!
Based on her jitteriness, what do you guys think was going on here? What was the urgency to that thing Molly was trying to tell Arthur? What did she need advice to tell Dutch about? I have a few of my own theories I'd like to share that could explain this. It's around this time that the agents begin to pick up on the gang's trail around Scarlet Meadows. Just after the cutscene ends, Cornwall and his goons engage Arthur and the boys in one of the best chase sequences in Red Dead 2. Undoubtedly a trap set by Cornball. From then on, the gang was on high alert down south. It was only a matter of time before Agent Moron found them again. The morning after burning down Old Hag Braithwaite's hillbilly palace, the camp is greeted by the agents. For some dumbass reason, nobody pops these two donuts. And just for the plot's sake, Dutch moves everyone deeper into the swamp. Once the caravan arrives at Shady Belle, Molly makes a second attempt to get Dutch to hear her out, but is met with the cold shoulder, as usual.
Come on.
Dutch,
Yes?
could I have a word with you?
Not now.
Karen, of all people, seems to be the only one besides Arthur to show a little sympathy for Molly, offering her advice during her psychotic episodes.
Go away! Stop laughing at me!
You know, nobody's laughing.
Shut up! Don't you talk down to me.
I wasn't. Suit yourself. Listen, it's a hard life, this world. For anyone born without means. Ennius judges those who find it hard as a fool. I'm a lot of things. I'm not quite a fool.
Yeah, well. Turns out I am.
Why? For believing in somebody?
For believing I was better. Somehow. And then all of you laughing at me or feeling sorry for me. I can't. I just can't.
All that pent-up emotion can't just be from regretting her decisions, because she easily could have just got up and left. It was crazy getting involved with a group of outlaws to begin with, but no, something is keeping her back. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Love may not be the only determining factor, however. Molly was fully aware how much loyalty meant to Dutch, and did the best to remain faithful at heart and by allegiance. Which brings me to my first point of her big secret she wanted to reveal. While the agents lurked around Scarlet Meadows in the last chapter, I believe that it is here where Molly was interrogated by them. We learn at the end of chapter 6 that she was brought in for questioning at some point before chapter 5, before ultimately being released for uncooperating.
Not all you boys have quite so many scruples. Old Micah Bell.
Micah? You mean Molly?
Molly O'Shea? Sweated her a couple of times, never talked a word, had to let her go.
It must have been nerve-wracking for her to find the words to tell Dutch, which is why she initially was trying to get Arthur's opinion on the matter. Not entirely sure how Dutch will respond to the news, she chooses to wait until a better time when she thinks they can be alone together. Like when everyone was busy moving into Shady Belle. But remember, Dutch yet again leaves her in the dust. If she can't even get him to be bothered to offer her the time of day, then why even worry about it anymore? She obviously doesn't, and evidently didn't, matter that much to him. Instead of being in denial, she should have woke up and smelled the coffee. It wasn't enough for Abigail to be real with her. But that's the issue with a lot of the gang's members. Too naive for their own good.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
It's about Dutch.
It is.
See, I love him, and I know he loves me, but...
You're a sweet girl. But you don't strike me as an idiot. Dutch don't love you. Not in the way you want to be loved.
No!
Just don't make a fool of yourself.
No, it's not like that.
I ain't one to sugarcoat things, my dear. It is like that. Take care of yourself.
You don't understand.
Unfortunately, I do.
Well, you don't.
Look out, Molly.
So why stay? If she knew she was as good as used toilet paper to him, what could be another reason for staying? Maybe all this drama within the relationship is hormone-driven. Meaning, what if she really had a bun in the oven? She very well could have been carrying little Dutch Jr. in her belly and didn't even know it. Or did she? Copulation between the affiliates of Dutch's gang was all part of the normal rhythm of the night during chapter 2.
There she blows.
So it's possible during Dutch and Molly's little romance shenanigans, a child was conceived. The first few weeks after conception can be a pretty tough time for a woman to go through, psychologically and physically. Though we don't see any signs of morning sickness or anything like that from Molly, at least as far as I'm aware. Almost immediately after moving from Horseshoe Overlook to Clemens Point is when the relationship began experiencing turbulence, severe turbulence. Were the quarrels between them really hormone-driven? I think it's entirely plausible. Maybe she wasn't truly as worthless as we all think. Her laziness and refusal to help might have been attributed to her pregnancy. If this is the case, then it's extremely sad to see Dutch give her the cold shoulder, right when she needed it the most. I understand a little more now why she becomes increasingly irritable and uncontrollable before vanishing sometime after the Saint Denis bank heist. I'm not sure how many players out there are aware of this, so I'll just briefly go over it before explaining how it could be directly tied to the series of unfortunate events that continue to happen to Molly and the rest of the gang for that matter, assuming it's a canon interaction. Early on in chapter 3, Molly approaches Arthur to ask him if he believes in the Irish superstition of a broken pocket mirror cursing the vandal with 7 years of bad luck.
So, Arthur, is it true about the bad luck?
What bad luck?
I just broke my pocket mirror, and I remember me old ma saying that a broken mirror means 7 years bad luck.
7 years? We won't see 7 years out. Don't be ridiculous. But if I find a mirror on my adventures, I'll bring it back for you.
Thank you, Arthur.
Either this was a nod to Arthur's voice actor, Roger Clark, being Irish, or it was one of the many examples of foreshadowing seen in the Redemption series. Their time, as Arthur would say, was nigh on done. Seeing what happens to Molly soon after the gang notice her absence, maybe the broken pocket mirror really did seal her fate. But one question has always been on my mind each time I play Red Dead 2's story. And that is, where exactly did Molly go between chapter 4 and 5, and what was she doing? As Uncle accompanies her back into the camp, he reveals to everybody that she was found getting plastered in Saint Denis. Maybe that means two things. Moments later, she gets her abdomen plastered for supposedly ratting the gang to the Pinky Dinkies. I don't even know why I just said that. I could have just said Pinkertons. Of course, anybody who's played the game doesn't need to be told she didn't really betray the gang. It was really that beer-belly snake who did it. That begs the next question. Why choose death by Dutch? Well, I guess actually death by Grimshaw. Is it really just because she was depressed and felt incomplete without Dutch? Or was it something more? More than even the fear of raising a child alone. You see, as a natural overthinker, I couldn't help but investigate this to the best of my anxiety-driven abilities. We for sure know she was in Saint Denis, along with another important character to the story who just happened to be there as well. None other than the hillbilly Irishman, Colm O'Driscoll, Dutch's arch-nemesis. We learned this through a letter you can pick up from the corpse of Fat Tommy after helping Sadie get her revenge. Even though she's never mentioned by name, the term disloyal loudmouth woman screams loud and clear to me, Molly O'Shea. I know you might be thinking, how was Molly disloyal if she never talked? I believe Colm was using the word to describe Molly after he'd slept with her, which happened sometime before his capture. Upset and seethingly angry at Dutch for all he'd made her go through, I imagine she thought the best way to really give him a kick in the bollocks was by yoinking his worst enemy. Disgusted and ashamed of herself, it's possible she thought it would be best to end it all. Especially if she really was pregnant with Dutch's baby. No future, no love, and no hope. Loyalty mattered way more to Dutch than infidelity, so that could serve as the reason why Molly ultimately decided to make up the story of informing the agents about the bank robbery. She knew he for sure wouldn't be able to let that slide, and poetically wanted to be sent to the great beyond by the love of her life. Unfortunately, this is Red Dead. Happily ever afters aren't very common around these parts, and Miss Grimshaw robs her of that wish. Perhaps I'm just looking too much into it, but hey, that's my job as a professional yapper. What do you think was the real reason for Molly's lie? You can let me know in the comments. Her pregnancy may have been confirmed by her death itself. The symbolism Rockstar chose to go with was having Miss Grimshaw shoot Molly in the stomach, terminating the pregnancy and Molly's life. Sometimes what goes around comes around, and for dear Susan here, she gets handed karma through Micah's revolvers. Ending her life the exact same way in the exact same spot she ended poor Molly's. Remember the quote etched into the barrel of Micah's gun? Looks like vengeance has been served. It was originally planned for Molly to have her own gravesite like the other fallen members of Dutch's gang, but was scrapped from the final version of Red Dead 2. I guess the script changed later to where she thought cremating her was the better option. Once again, handing the short end of the stick to Molly. There was much more planned for Molly to have a bigger role in the story before getting chopped. That only gives further evidence to argue the possibility of Molly being with child during the campaign. We only know what we know, but it's still fun to speculate and expand the lore of Red Dead. I'll leave it up to you, Red Dead addicts. Was Molly preggo? Did she give Colm the spreado? Or was her entire character just a big no-no? I don't know where I come up with this shit. I think she gets judged a little too harshly at times, mostly by me, but I do think she was just genuinely misunderstood, and only reacted from the detriment of running with a gang of criminals, along with the pressure of a loveless relationship weighing her down psychologically. Her tale was one of trauma, tragedy, and trickery. So next time you want to think bad of Molly, don't do it without me, because that was one annoying bitch. Thanks everyone for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Share with everyone you know so you can get them hooked on that Red Dead rush. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit notifications so you can be dinged each time I upload sexy Red Dead content like this and más. Adios amigos!
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.